Welcome to the Dreamlands. We're back with some more Deserts of Kharak multiplayer. This time it is going to be a 2 versus 2 on Taiidan Passage. Now this is obviously the 4-player version of the same map that we have seen in 1 versus 1, so this should be pretty cool. I don't think I've had a chance yet to cast a 2 versus 2 on Taiidan Passage. It's a pretty darn cool map. So we're going to bring up the production tab, do player introductions, and then jump into the game. So spawning on the south side of Taiidan Passage, playing as the red and white coalition, we have Megarith, really solid player from Germany and a pretty good friend of mine. So I haven't seen him in a game for a little while, so I'm pretty excited. He actually sent me this replay and said it was a damn good one, and I trust his opinion, so I decided to cast it. This is a blind cast. I don't know how this game is going to go. But anyway, we've got Megarith playing as the coalition, and his partner spawning to the left of him. It is going to be Sylum, making an appearance once again on my channel, playing as usual as the Knef. So Coalition and Knef taking up the south spawn location. Now their opponents spawning on the north side of Taiidan Passage. We're going to have Moosah playing as the Coalition. Another good friend of mine, has been playing for a very long time, so excited to see what he's going to bring to the table in this match. And his teammates spawning to the left of him, we are going to have Robo 1340. Now this guy is also a pretty good friend of mine. We have played a ton of Deserts of Kharak. He's been around since the early days. I have not seen him in game for quite some time, so I'm actually pretty excited that he's in this game. He's back playing some Deserts of Kharak, something I always like to see. So pretty solid players all around, and I would say pretty equivalent in skill level. So I am excited to see what happens in this game. Now what's going on? Megarith is coming out with some very early LAVs. This is a play that I don't often see too much anymore. It was basically like the standard meta to go heavy LAVs and skimmers in the early game, but that has since shifted, and we're seeing more and more economic openers or AAV rush type plays, so this is not too common these days, so it's pretty cool to see. We do have 6 LAVs on the field from Megarith. He does have an armor upgrade, so this is a very specific build order, and I like to see it. Now we do have some base runner micro wars here. We've got Sylum and Megarith in mid with their base runners. Now look at this, Sylum's base runner pushes Moosah's out of the way, and he grabs the artifact. Epic, I love it. He's got a base runner, or I mean he's got a blast drone that is probably going to pick up 2 LAVs here. Oh, nicely done. Supported by Megarith's LAVs, they're absolutely going to lock down mid. Moosah does not want to send his LAVs in like this. Neither does Robo. They just don't have the numbers, and streaming in one by one, you are just going to get picked off. So Megarith does lose 1 LAV, but how many have they killed is the question. Let's bring up the lost tab. Moosah has lost 4, Robo has lost 1, so 5 for 1 is a 2. 5 for 2. That's a pretty darn good trade if you ask me. They are also definitely going to pick up the Space Runner, maybe at the cost of 1 more LAV. No, some nice micro here. Megarith pulls back his damaged LAV, I like it. And Sylum is going to get the drop-off with his artifact. Megarith is picking up a second artifact. We do have 2 production cruisers on the field for Sylum, and it looks like he's long-hauling resources from both of his expansion sites. Megarith long-hauling, Robo long-hauling, Moosah long-hauling, pretty standard stuff. There are some AAVs now on the field from Robo, so that's going to be pretty nice. They are going to force this base runner off. This base runner might go down, actually. This one tiny little LAV causing so much damage. That's hilarious.
Support cruiser now operational.
Alright, so we do have a support cruiser on the field for Megarith. Anything else? Robo's got a support cruiser on the way. Moose has got a support cruiser on the way. Very much standard play from all the players. Question is this artifact going to make it in? And I think the answer is no. Robo does have a couple of AAVs on the field. One of them is going to be sufficient to push this back, especially combined with a couple of LAVs from Moosah. I doubt they're going to kill it. I don't think so whatsoever. A base or a blast drone goes in and does a bit of damage to the AAV. Still one armor, only for the LAVs, no upgrades yet for the AAVs. Megarith, I think, just forgot about his base runner. He wants to move it, or else he's going to lose it. Move it or lose it. That's how it goes. What's going on here?
Reading. Carrier copies.
Alright, Sylum has gone into railgun tech. He's producing both assault railguns and heavy railguns. A pretty cool composition, I do like that. A turret post here from Megarith.
Destination set. Short layout.
Decent positioning, that's going to allow his base runner to escape, and he's going to retain control of that one artifact. Long hauling resources from his third now. I like his positioning on the carrier from Megarith. This is something I like to do. I like to have my carrier in the middle position with support cruisers or production cruisers on either side. Now it looks like Sylum is pushing up along the left side of the map. He's got heavy railguns and assault railguns, 2 production cruisers, so no refinery mode yet, long hauling off of both his expansion sites. Looks like we're gearing up for a little bit of an early engagement here. Robo trying to drop off an artifact. Pardon me, backed up by a single AAV and 2 railguns. That is not going to be enough, but a clutch smoke. A couple more AAVs coming in for the flank from Robo. Very, very nice positioning with the railguns from Moosah here. Is this base runner going to make it? That is the question. It is so damn close. A bit of focus fire from all the railguns, and it goes down. So nicely done by Sylum, able to deny that artifact, retaining a 1-0 lead. Oh my god, 8 artifacts? I didn't even notice that until right now. This is probably going to be a long game. 8 artifacts. Jesus Christ, that is huge for a 2 versus 2.
Let's roll. Deploy a turret on that location.
I very rarely play with this number of artifacts. In a 2 versus 2, I think 6 is sufficient, maybe 7 at the most. But like 8, good god, that is huge. So it looks like all of the players kind of looking to gear up to a more macro-oriented game now that things have stabilized a little bit. Team 2 is not going to be able to drop off any artifacts at the moment. Neither is Team 1. Sylum is just camping here with a ton of railguns. I do like that. I would like to see Production Cruiser Refinery Mode come out from Sylum, because this position is so close to his resource locations. He doesn't need his Production Cruisers out in the open like that. Now we have AAVs and missile batteries on the field for Megarith. Pretty solid here. Maybe he's worried about some early air, which seeing early AAVs, I don't blame him. Kind of the standard coalition meta these days is AAV rush into strike fighters. So just a bit of a precautionary measure here with this missile battery. Never a bad thing to do. A couple more LAVs moving in from Moose, but they're going to get pushed off by superior numbers. We have now got full upgrades for these LAVs. Pardon me. Big battle going on here. Some really nicely positioned heavy railguns, but the assault railguns are on the wrong side of the dune. They need to be over here covering these heavy railguns from these LAVs. Moose is going to push them back. Pretty much all the players now moving into mid.
Enemy support vehicle authenticated. Coordinates confirmed.
There we go. That's better.
Alert.
Sylum wants to have his assault railguns in front of his heavy railguns. 4 assault railguns can clean up this number of LAVs with sufficient micro, and these AAVs are going to be absolutely dead meat. Fucking clutch smoke. Holy shit, that one AAV survives for like a little bit longer. Nicely done by Moose there. Very, very standard unit composition for all of our coalition players. AAVs and railguns for Robo, AAVs, LAVs, and railguns for Moosah. And it looks like LAVs, AAVs, and missile batteries for Megarith. Sylum content for the moment to stick with his railgun heavy composition, and this is a composition I really, really like. Assault railguns and heavy railguns, very, very good. A couple of AAVs supporting from Megarith. Now we do have a big push here coming in from Robo. Does he have armor upgrades yet? He does indeed. So this could be potentially pretty darn good. There's nothing here that Megarith has that can see these AAVs off. Oh lord, I spoke way too soon. We've got assault cruisers on the field. These AAVs are fucking toast. Oh my god, they're gonna get melted. Look at that, man. Oh, nicely done. I love this. I should have anticipated this. I know that Megarith loves his assault cruisers. Now that is going to leave Robo's railgun wide open for a snipe. Really nicely played by Megarith here. He is going to definitely get this railgun. Ooh! A potentially really big mortar. dodged completely with some sweet micro here. So again, Megarith playing really well. More fighting going on the left-hand side. A couple of assault railguns go down.
Rally point set.
But these heavy railguns are in such a dominant position. Look at their rank. They are just getting kill after kill, ranking up. This railgun is already at max rank, and positioned like this on top of the dune, they're just going to cover this entire approach. So that is really well done by Sylum. I like to see this. Assault cruisers pushing up. All of these forces are going to get wrecked. Some nice positioning though on Robo's railguns. They are going to almost kill this support cruiser. Megarith wants to get that back, or this assault cruiser, pardon me. Assault cruisers are pretty damn fun to use. They're very fast. They've got a ton of utility with a bunch of different abilities, but they're pretty fragile as far as cruiser class vessels go anyway. But with this number of railguns, I mean, having a large force of LAVs screening for your assault cruisers can be pretty good, because really the only thing that's on the field that's a threat to these assault cruisers currently are these railguns. Looks like Sylum is going to try for another artifact drop-off. That is not going to happen, though. It looks like Moosah and Robo have a pretty railgun-centric composition, both of them, and they're camping mid here. It is going to be really, really difficult, if not impossible, for this base runner of Sylum's to make the drop-off. Some nice unit positioning here. Railguns up on the dune. A couple of AAVs behind this dune. And a couple in front. Oh man, we have assault artillery cruisers on the field as well. Oh boy. A couple big shots, and look at the damage these assault cruisers are pushing out. With support from this artillery cruiser and screening by these LAVs, this is potentially a very, very, very good force here, and one that Robo, I think, is going to have a fair bit of trouble dealing with. Nice turret post. This will help push off these LAVs. Some epic battles going on. Oh my god, a huge flanking force of LAVs from Moosah here. They're going to clean up pretty much almost all of these railguns. But there is enough assault railguns to force them off. I'd like to see a little bit of more micro from Moosah here. Get them onto this side of the dune. Use their boost, flank around, and finish cleaning up these heavy railguns. That one max rank heavy railgun is still on the field. Pretty damn deadly. Still sitting at a 1-0 in terms of artifacts. Neither team really able to push in to their opponent's territory. This is actually shaping up to be quite a nice game here. You have 2 artillery cruisers on the field, a support cruiser on the front line, 2 assault cruisers, and a bunch of LAVs. Pretty cool. I like this a lot from Megarith. And still basically full-on railgun composition. Now starting to support that with sand skimmers.
Deploy one from the command carrier.
We're moving out. Spool up.
At this point in the game, all players are sitting on 3 resourcing locations. We do have production cruiser refinery mode. And it looks like everybody's gearing up for a couple of giant battles. I hope I can keep up with all of this combat. It looks like it is kicking off on the left-hand side first. Railguns trading blows. Dominant position, though, for the heavy railguns. Sylum, but that one max rank railgun goes down. Ooh, no. I mean, these assault railguns can get right on top of all this stuff and just wreck it. It looks like Sylum's being a little bit apprehensive here, but I guess with good cause. There's a flanking force of LAVs ready. What's going on this side? Oh man, we've got the slow push forward with artillery. Potentially devastating barrage here. Oh man, how many units are going to go down? 1, 2. 2 units only. That's not too bad. But a massive swarm of fully upgraded LAVs. They're going to be able to clean the rest of this stuff up with ease. Robo's carrier pushing up into mid. He has a pretty significant amount of power here. Moosah pushing back. Looks like Moosah is dangerously close here to dislodging Sylum from his dominant position, camping on the top of that dune. Sheer weight of numbers. What's going on over here? Why do we have missile batteries? Who is this Robo? What is he doing, man? He's trying to... Is he going to try and put a turret here? I don't know what he's doing, but it's either going to be hilarious or utterly worthless. Oh, we've got a couple of mortars. Negligible damage. These forces are all going to get cleaned up. Where did those assault cruisers go? Oh man, oh shit, I missed it. So the assault cruisers were able to clean up pretty much the rest of this force, but Robo on the front line with his carrier, and this is a beefy carrier indeed. He has also got strike fighters in the hangar, but he has got a massive swarm of LAVs on the back of his carrier and moving deeper and deeper into his resourcing line. This is going to cause catastrophic damage. I mean, Moosah has been able to force off Sylum, and he is so dominant now with this number of railguns. He's got 9 railguns. He can push in here, actually. I don't think he has enough scouting information to really tell him what Sylum has, though. He's a little bit worried. A massive number of AAVs and some strike fighters from Robo. That's going to clean this up. Damage has been done. 2 resource locations for Robo completely shut down. 3, actually. Good lord. Robo has, like, no economy left. Does he have any salvagers? He's got 2 salvagers, starting to build more. Does he have any support cruisers? He does not. Oh man, Robo. He got absolutely wrecked here. Now what is going on? I see some cruisers. We got artillery cruisers from Robo now. Or from Moosah, pardon me. Railguns and artillery cruisers. And AAVs, LAVs. Wow, pretty diverse compositions for both sides. 4 assault cruisers now for Megarith, though. Looks like Sylum is going to use this opportunity to finally drop off this artifact. I did miss another drop-off, so it is now 2-0. It is about to be 3-0. With the number of units, though, that are starting to come out onto the field, I would be surprised if this ends up being a artifact win. It looks like Moosah has decided now is the time to push. And he has a pretty terrifying army indeed. A couple of AAVs bringing up the front. Massive number of railguns behind and a little bit of a screening force of LAVs. I like this a lot. Sylum has to be careful here. He wants to get his sand skimmers on top of his assault railguns to be able to screen for them. He does have a pretty defensible position here, though. I'm just going to check the map real quick. Oh god, 2 giant battles going on at the same time. So, while Moosah is up pushing on Sylum, Megarith comes in for a flanking attack. He's got 4 assault cruisers coming in right on top of Moosah's carrier. All of these units coming right out of the carrier are absolutely going to get destroyed in mere seconds. Oh man, Moosah is in big trouble here. His carrier is now getting focused down by 4 assault cruisers, a couple of artillery cruisers behind them. Oh man, Robo is still desperately trying to catch up in terms of economy. This was a clutch move by Megarith, I gotta say. This forced all of Moosah's forces to come back. Oh my god, and a nuke right in their path. And a cruise missile and 2 artillery barrages. Clutch play here. What is going on here? We've got a couple of AAVs of Robos right on top of these units. Do not send AAVs against assault cruisers. That is suicide. They're all going to get cleaned up without a single cruiser lost. This is pretty terrifying, actually. This can be potentially impossible to dislodge, especially as Robo has pretty much no units on the field. And it is going to be really difficult for Moosah to deal with this because of the positioning here. This piece of terrain is going to cause him immense headaches. He has no choice, though. His carrier is running for it. He does have 2 artillery cruisers on the field. Whoa, my camera's bugging out here. I apologize. Oh, he doesn't want to get these artillery cruisers on the front line. The 1 is going to go down instantly. A second is sure to follow. Boom. There it goes. These units are all toast. Oh man, and a nice couple of artillery barrages here, cleaning up more and more railguns, more and more LAVs. Oh, a sweet mortar on all of these LAVs. Really nicely done, but it is too little too late, I think. They are in among the railguns. All these railguns are dead. Megarith's carrier is camping right here with support cruisers and artillery cruisers, and he is just throwing everything he's got at Moosah. This was a clutch play, I gotta say. It totally saved Sylum. Sylum was dead. Moosah just had way too many units to deal with, and a superior position once he was able to dislodge Sylum from that dune. And now we have got a very scary push here coming from Megarith. Oh man, it's gonna force Robo to come out. Needs to get his railguns back behind him. fact, I would caution against even creating railguns at this point in time. These artillery cruisers and LAVs are just going to wreck any railgun that shows its face. AAVs are what you need to push these off and hopefully get your carrier in here. However, look at the power on Megarith's carrier. He is actually probably going to win this game right here, right now. Let's check this out. Moosah's carrier goes down in a spectacular explosion. It is up to Robo to see if he can hold the day, and the answer is probably not. But it should make for an epic carrier showdown. I love this. One of my favorite sights in this game. Let's watch this. Two carriers duking it out. Oh man, Robo's carrier is not going to last long though, as it is getting pummeled by these assault cruisers and by these artillery cruisers. Massive hits going off. That is going to be it for this game. So pretty clutch game. I liked it quite a bit. So I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did. If you did, smash that thumbs up. Jesus Christ, a battle cruiser. Oh, a battle cruiser right on top of the carrier. Awesome. What a spectacular finish. Alright, so if you like this video, guys, smash that thumbs up. Let me know what you think in the comments. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do so, and I will see you for the next game.